Welcome back to Building Bolder. Back in action's Todd Jenkins from Jenkins Roofing, one of my best friends. We're going to do a little bit different episode this time. Less of an interview, more of a chit chat.
Yep.
We're going to call it Shooting the Chit Chat.
Okay. Shooting the Chit Chat.
We're going to call it Chit Chat. Two CEOs, totally different businesses.
Yep.
We got legacy business over 60 years. You're doing an amazing job. I'm sure there's still challenges, but things are going well, and it's a more well-oiled machine because it's 60 plus year old business. Boulder, 2-year-old business, more in the toddler phase, a lot of challenges, stuff we're working through. So I thought, let's just talk. The other day, I was thinking, and my son got a flat tire. You would think like, oh, this sucks. I gotta go help him change his tire. It was actually like an awesome parenting moment because I got to show him how to change the tire and I got to help him and had a man-to-man conversation about when stuff goes wrong. And, you know, and he hits this rock, not a pebble. He drives over a rock like this big. Wow. He's like, well, now I learned I can't drive over a rock. And I'm like, instead of getting on him, I'm like, well, good. It's a lesson learned, right? Like no harm, no foul. Nice. Lesson learned.
Good dad moment.
So I teach, and I leave that, you know, helping him with the tire. That was a good moment of being a parent. Then there's other times when candidly, it's like, this parenting thing sucks. It's hard, right? And it's hard to admit that, but it's like, oh, take me to practice, take me to get something. You're just like Uber dad, right? That's not as fun of a time. I think running a business is a lot like being a dad. Like there's times when it's like, this is rewarding. This is why we do it. And there's times where you're like, oh my gosh, this is brutal. Like just give me a W-2 and call it a day. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's very similar in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to control people. You have to tell them what to do and they do it and you move on, right? Because a lot of times you think you know everything that everybody needs to do. And if they just do it, you're going to be successful.
Right.
What I think I've found with both parenting and with running a business is sometimes you got to let people blossom and fail and flourish, you know? You just got to let them figure it out and then give them the tools and training and resources to make it happen. Like I know you've done a ton with your kids on.
Yeah.
I noticed it with my sister. Like my sister is probably one of the best parents I've met, and her kids were always so well behaved. I mean, certainly they made mistakes and they did stuff that was dumb. But like, for instance, my nephew would come over when he was 12 and I'd be like, let's watch Rambo. You know, he'd be like, I can't watch Rambo. I'm not 13, you know? Like, come on, it's Uncle Todd, you know, like, Uncle Todd, I can't, you know? Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, you know, if you put the right stuff into people, kids, employees, whatever, and you give them the right vision.
Build the morals, build the values.
You know, they'll want to do the right thing. They're never going to care as much as the owner cares. I think that's the thing that you probably see sometimes too. Of course. The owner of the company is always going to have that different level of will and desire. But yeah, if you can at least get them to have a buy-in, understand their why, what they're trying to do, what we're trying to do as a team, then I think it becomes easier for people to want to do the right thing. Yeah. You know, and then compensation always helps too.
Yeah. Right? Well, of course. But I think you're spot on, both with parenting and with business. It's not just tell them what to do, whether it's the kids or the team members, and they'll do it. Of course, that's what we want to do, but it's not that simple. It is more about building the foundation, the motivation, get them to kind of want to do certain things, and they're more likely to follow through and do a better job with it.
Well, I think like a lot of some of the consulting that I've been doing, it's interesting how so much of it applies to your home life, but you really don't think of it that way. Yeah. Like for instance, we're doing DISC profiles across the entire team. Have you heard of that?
No.
So DISC, dominant, influencing, there's different personality types. So there's basically 4 major personality types. And if you learn how to identify what type of a personality people are, it's easier to communicate with them. Because you know what triggers them, what chords you can play that make them, oh yeah, I really like that, right? Yeah. So we've been doing a lot of work as a team. Our entire team has done these DISC profiles first to figure out how to talk to each other internally. Yeah. Right. Because if you know, like when you come to my office, for instance, don't come in with a lot of fluff and things. Just hit me with what you need and get out. You know, it's not because I'm trying to be, I'm kind, right? We want to be kind.
Of course.
But there's certain ways that I like to communicate that fit well with who I am as a person and how I like to communicate. If I start thinking about my family and what DISC profile each of them is, and they start understanding what my profile is, and we know how to communicate with each other, it makes life a lot easier. Yeah. You know, you can hit those hot buttons that, you know, make people happy when they're communicating. Yep. So I just found it very interesting that it applies in so many ways, and communication is so important with both business and in personal. I don't think we think of it as often as we should. Like, how should I be talking to this person? Right. Should I have a little soft,
more direct?
Yeah, more exactly. Like, how do they want to be talked to?
That's brilliant.
You know, so I think kids may not know that originally, but you could there's some telltale signs that you could use to understand their personality type and then fit that in.
Yeah. And I didn't even mean to imply that it was just about the team members or the employees as similar to raising kids. Or like the business.
No, yeah. Oh,
being an entrepreneur is like being a parent. Like, oh my gosh, there's so much stress and challenges, rewards, and so forth. So that's kind of what I meant. I didn't mean to imply.
No, I get what you're saying. I didn't get that, but yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah, my business is a little more of an older person.
Exactly.
Kinda,
you're parenting an adult.
They're already retired
now.
almost.
Exactly.
I just gotta keep them happy.
Yeah. Well, you're doing
get them on the golf course. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. I'm still in the toddler phase. All right. I got a fun one for us. Do you do any billboards for marketing?
We've done one in Grand Prairie, one of the virtual billboards over there.
Okay. You still run it?
We haven't. Actually, I don't know if we ever stopped it, but I know it's not running anymore. I mean, I was paying like several $100s a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cool thing about digital billboards, so there's two types of billboards. There's static, which is the permanent billboard that always stays there, right? And it's cool designs. Then there's the digital. Fun thing about digital is you can run it on, off, very easy. You can just spend a couple $100, a couple thousand. You have a lot more flexibility control. You can kind of do so many impressions, make it all out, right? So my question for you, we've been doing billboards at Boulder and I'm still undecided on the ROI on it. And billboards are really hard to figure out the ROI on it. Billboard companies know that. I personally believe, this is a very subjective opinion, that the static billboards return better than the digital. And it's a personal opinion because when I drive by a digital, I'm a billboard looker. Like I'm a billboard looker. Some people say I don't ever look at billboards. I look at billboards, like no question about it. The digital ones.
Did you look at billboards before Boulder?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed by how many attorneys are on billboards. I kind of miss the fun ones, the Bud Lights and that stuff. Yeah. So many attorney on billboards. Don't get me started on that. But I think the static billboards perform better because they're always there. You see the same one every day on your commute. The digitals piss me off because I'll be driving and I'm like, ooh, that looks interesting. And it'll turn to the next one. And I'm like, crap, it needs to turn back. And I'm driving by. And by the time I drive by, it hasn't turned back. And I'm like, no, I missed it. So I've done both with Boulder. And I'm undecided on the ROI because I haven't seen it yet. What do you think about if we both try a strategy with billboards and we measure whether it works or not? Let's take $1,000, something small, not major. And we're going to do, have you ever seen the billboard that says, does advertising work? Yes, it just did. Right? It's like, oh, that did work. Crap. What if we did? We'll have to come up with a creative, but something like, we need to see if this billboard pays for itself and just put like some kind of QR code, something. Yeah. It doesn't even tell them whether it's Jenkins Roofing or Boulder, and we just see how many people click it, and then how many people, how many leads we get, or whatever.
Somebody had said that there's an issue with putting a QR code on a billboard.
Okay, so can't do a QR code
because you're right. People wrecking, and
you're absolutely right. I pull out my phone as I'm driving. So how could we do this where we have to track? Maybe it's a special code they give us. Yeah, maybe I haven't thought this out before I brought it live on the podcast.
I don't know, because I mean, it'd be hard. I mean, you're saying you want to have a competition.
Not a competition, but a trackable measurement. But we have two different businesses. Okay. So we can say, well, you got these results. I got these results. Okay, maybe it's better for your business or mine, because our businesses are much different, right?
Sure.
But how would we get something where we knew that lead or that ticket sale came straight from the billboard only? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because I think it's going to be impossible probably to know.
Nothing's impossible.
To know that 100% of the leads are right.
Say 90%.
Because, you're going to have some brand development. People are going to see the logo, see the thing, and then maybe they buy it later. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure I just don't know how many people are taking a phone number down, right?
Yeah.
From
I've heard phone numbers, websites, they're not good on billboards.
Right. Yeah.
That's what's hard to get the ROI. All right. So we're going to table this idea.
Yeah. No, I'm down.
I like the idea.
I don't think
we got to figure out how to convert it. So it's, I agree. You can't have 100% confidence that lead came from that billboard, but there's got to be a way that's like, okay, we're pretty confident it came from that billboard.
Yeah, special phone number, could work. I mean, because we have special phone numbers that got us very specific things, but I just don't even know.
We'll figure it out.
How to make that work, but I'm down to try.
Okay. All right. We're down to try. We're going to have to.
I like the idea. I've always thought, I mean, most of them can be like $10,000 a month or more.
Yeah. It all depends on the location.
Or location. I think our statics are like, but you want to be in a good location, right?
Right.
So
good billboard.
It's tough. It's a tough thing. I haven't done a lot of it, but I've done the virtual.
I want to be on the billboard in Dallas with the waterfall. It's iconic. That for sure. Probably like 100,000.
Oh yeah. Ozarka has been up there in the beer.
Coors Light. Yeah. They probably have rented that thing out for 10 years. Yeah. We won't be on that one. All right. Next topic. You're going to love this one. I don't even get into politics very often, but I'm about to make a political little, it's kind of meant to just be a little humorous.
Okay.
But I think you're going to enjoy it. Whether you love Trump or you hate Trump.
I'm in the middle.
There you go. So this is easy. This is kind of bipartisan conversation here.
Yeah.
So whether you love him or hate him, I think the reality is he loves being in front of the camera so much that I feel so much more informed of what's going on, good, bad, or indifferent, because I think I've seen more Trump clips, press conferences in the last couple months than I did in 4 years. Because I think Trump just loves being in front of the camera.
He does.
So I think that's part of what just keeps us updated. I think Trump loves his haters as much as he loves his supporters.
Oh, yeah. He just loves being out in the limelight. Yeah.
He does. He loves the challenging, the conversation. I was just thinking about that last night because, of course, I'm watching TikTok. There's Trump. There's Trump. I'm like, I didn't see Biden for like 4 years.
Well, some guys were working at my house yesterday, redoing my pool, and I was listening to this Spanish radio station while I was working. I mean, I don't know a ton of Spanish, but I was listening, and it was tons of Trump on the Spanish radio station. They're playing clips and doing things. So, I mean, he's everywhere.
So love him or hate him, I think we're more informed of what's going on because he just likes to be in front of the camera. But
no question there, just a comment.
It was more just a comment. Yeah, I'm not very political. I don't want to stir those bees' nests. I agree. Stretch, but I think people can relate to that.
Yeah.
All right. How are you currently using, and I know you are, how are you currently using AI in your business?
Oh, gosh, every day.
All right. Give me one really clear example.
It just goes back to efficiencies, right? There's a lot of things that I just like to have down to where they sound good when I email something.
Okay.
So I'll put a concept together and of something I want to do. And then I just have it tell me on ChatGPT. I use the 4.0 version. You pay like $30 a month.
Yep. Which is definitely worth it. But you told me about that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I use it for a lot of emails. So like, when I want to structure something a certain way, I'll put it in there and it gives me great results.
Yep.
I'll take dirty data in a spreadsheet, put it in ChatGPT and it cleans it up for me and I can use it. I'll have it look at insurance paperwork for a customer and just say, here's a file, tell me, certain things about it. And it'll just tell me everything I want to know. Like it summarizes very complex things into very simple ways to understand it.
That's a great example. I want to piggyback on one, and I want to hear more, of course, but to drill into one of the efficiencies. I think that $30 a month or whatever that first level of ChatGPT is basically like another employee. Yeah. Because I've come to realize like, all right, if I need a financial analysis done. Typically in a corporate setting, I would go to the finance director. That finance director is going to take that task and assign it to one of their team members, right? Now with ChatGPT, you're right. Just take the spreadsheet, give it to ChatGPT and say, hey, I need you to analyze this and that and make a chart. And it can do in 20 minutes what would take me 4 to 5 hours. The chart's going to look better than what I do.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
so I just use it as like an employee where it makes sense.
Yes. When we did our vision meeting for the end of the year, I used it a ton to make that presentation because I would give it tons of data and be like, tell me these certain things and then make a chart out of it.
Yeah.
It would do it. And it just looked amazing,
Yeah.
And like even our consultant was like, who did this for you? I was like, no, I did it. Like ChatGPT kind of did it.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's really something that I know people are scared of AI.
Of course.
They're worried it's taking our jobs and all that sort of thing. I do see it as something that's helping us just be more efficient and be better at what we're doing. Yep. Now, I don't know what the future is going to bring with it, but I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan too. I think the negative side of AI is probably things that are outside of my or your control.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's like, I'm a big believer, focus on what you can control, right? Don't stress over things that are 100% out of your control. That's always been my philosophy. And so AI, for what I can control, you're absolutely right. Use it for good, use it for efficiencies. It's funny, my kids are more against AI than I am.
Yeah.
And I'm encouraging like, this is going to be a regular part of your life.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Like, because, my kids are 11 and 7. So they're starting to have projects and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wondering, like, are you promoting them to use?
No. So that's,
or can they? I haven't asked the question.
So that's, I don't know enough about how
like their teachers are saying you cannot use ChatGPT
for sure
with anything.
Like you can't use it to cheat on an exam. You can't use it to write your papers. And I think that's where it's getting a little bit of a bad rap with my kids.
But you can use Google to go search something and find out something.
I don't know enough about it. We probably should go to Protham on this. Let's go to all right, Protham, welcome to the show, my friend. So I'm going to give a quick little snippet of why my kids are anti-AI at the moment. Their teachers are very against it. Like, don't you dare use AI for this. Don't you dare have it write your paper.
Yeah, because you're not learning anything.
It's setting this precedent of like, don't use it. Whereas I'm trying to teach my kids, of course, follow the rules your teacher said. I'm not saying go do something different, but you should learn to use this tool because it is going to be a bigger part of how we do business for anything. you're in college now. I know you use ChatGPT.
Oh yeah.
But I know you know the rules of what you can and can't do for school. How are you finding good ways to use it without like breaking trust or violating what you're not supposed to do?
I mean, honestly, most of my professors are actually promoting the use of AI to get simple tasks done. Or a lot of the times, like if it's like a computer class, you know, like, wait, I need to Google how to find this and run this program for this certain task that I need to get done. Yeah. Dude, don't waste your time Googling it. Put it in the ChatGPT. You have 3 steps. Go do them, you know, for more like literature classes and all of that. There are certain rules to the extent you can use it to, but it's highly promoted because it increases the efficiency of the work you can get done. And it cuts down the time a lot more. So it's worth it.
That's good to hear. So professors are starting to encourage it. I think the middle school, high schools probably have to figure out how and when to use it. But I'm with you. AI is a huge efficiency saver. I use it as kind of like an extra little team member employee. I'm a big fan. I know you used it to create the first draft of the logo. We're doing a big event. We talk about this. We're doing a big event at Boulder. Poker on the Prairie. I'm not sure if this podcast will even launch before or after the event. So, but yeah, you used it for like even logos.
Yeah. I've noticed if there's one thing it's really not great at yet, it's getting ideas for things. But it's like there's something about these logos that I'm having to build there's always something that's so far off. Like they can't spell a word right. But I mean,
fact.
I don't know what the deal is with that, but I can't fix that. So I'll take ideas and then get it to somebody and say like, these are the 4 ideas I like, right? But yeah, I'm sure there's even some stuff out there that's not ChatGPT that could do the images, right? Have you seen, I can't remember the name of it, but there's now that video AI where you can just tell it what video you want it to make and it just makes the video.
It's wild. What's cool about AI too is you own the copyright of what it puts out. So the people that are making those funny cat videos, which everything starts with cat videos, how YouTube got started. But anyway, so the AI cat videos that are super popular, once you make that, you own the rights to it. And so the people that are getting millions of views and obviously making all the money off the views, they're just literally typing in and they're figuring out how to do it. It's interesting. And that's where I think people get nervous. Like, oh, is every video going to be AI? I don't think it's going to get that crazy. But I think if you're not learning AI, you're not putting yourself in a position to succeed in the future. And that's what it comes down to.
I don't know if you saw the Super Bowl. Did you see the commercial about AI from Coke? Did you see it?
Oh, tell me.
Anyway, I thought it kind of hit home for me. Like I said, I'm a little more optimistic about it than a lot of people. I'm scared too. Whatever. We don't know what's going to happen. But you know, it was basically a commercial about like way back when everyone said, "Hey, the industrial revolution, like this is going to take all of our jobs," and then computers and all the way up until now. You know,
people have always been scared
about the next phase of something big. But it's always made us better as a society. You know, so like basically the end of it, like we're going to be okay. You know,
glass half full, baby.
Yeah.
Glass half full. I love it.
Appreciate
you back on the chit chat with Todd and Paul.
It
was great, man.
All right. Enjoyed it.
We're out.